You're listening to iCannabisRadio.com.
And good evening. That's like 2 or 3 weeks in a row now.
We have a crisis in the studio right now. First of all, I think I'm really freaking loud, but that's okay.
I'm not
we have
loud
lost the papers.
The papers.
The papers have left.
I have backups.
We got papers.
Today is the 26th of January, 2015. I'd like to wish a happy birthday to two of my favorite people. Ronnel, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, sir.
And today is also... All right, birthday boy, what do you have to say for yourself?
Hello, thank you guys for allowing me to be here.
Any birthday wisdom?
Yeah, I'm 31 now.
Woo!
As a young black man, in order to get here, you need license, registration, insurance, bond money, and
Don't
legal
talk.
representation.
That's right. There you go. Do you have any legal representation suggestions?
For sure.
The long firm of Edson, Main, and Metz.
Here all day.
303-831-8188.
Oh,
Bam!
found the papers.
Papers have been found. And today is also another special person's birthday. My dear, dear friend, Leslie Langbert, the matron of honor in my wedding. Today is her birthday. I would like nothing more than to be celebrating with her. But Les, I'm there in spirit. Happy birthday. God, what a good day today is.
Isn't it, though? Today was 70 degrees. Like, I was outside for a good
Felt like
portion of
summer.
today. It really did. It's like a very nice early spring, or late spring, early summer kind of day. It's very joy. Of course, when you looked around, it didn't look spring or summer because it's not green. But still.
Shit, I don't know where you was looking.
Right there. You know, it was... Sorry, I'm going on a month of this cough. Isn't that sexy?
That is just awesome.
I know.
Nothing sexier in a woman than a raspy voice.
That too.
Nothing says, I'm a trucker.
Yeah, it is definitely January, though, because the East Coast is getting pummeled by a phenomenal snowstorm today.
Yeah, I saw April Black's post about that, and then I went to some news sites and saw that several states are red.
It's funny because all my friends on
politically.
Facebook who are out there, they're always like, "Oh, you kids in Colorado, it's -10 out, and I'm at the beach."
Right.
And it's opposite right now.
Yep. Yep, exactly. January, it felt like July. January is always a pretty dry month in Colorado. And we think, winter's not a big deal. February, next week.
February generally gets a little bit friskier.
February, March, pretty frisky.
Yeah. But we get that teaser in December, January, and then it typically gets nice, as we're in now. So we get that false feeling of, like, oh, we did it. We made it through a couple of snowstorms. It was really cold. We did good. Good job, us.
Right. Good.
But no, it's still coming.
I don't know. I like winter. I'd like some more snow.
I like snow. I just don't like having to drive in it.
I agree.
With
I
other
agree.
folks.
Well, the other thing is we want it to be in the mountains. I mean, really, it's most important for us to have snow in the mountains.
Right. That's what we end up drinking from all the rest of the year.
And skiing on this time of year, for sure.
Don't pee when you guys go up to the mountains, please.
Because we drink that.
We drink that.
Yeah.
So
we don't want to drink your pee.
If you think that it's cool to come to our state and pee on our mountains.
Do you pee in the woods?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah, absolutely.
So do as we say, not as we do.
Right.
If you're not from here, do not. I say do
Right.
not.
Well, you can come here and pee in the
Locals
woods, you know. Well, yeah, I like that whole attitude.
What
right
was
there.
that?
Locals only.
Locals only, right?
Locals only.
We'll drink our own filtered piss. Thank you very much.
Segregation. Locals only.
Locals only.
And then the other sign says newbies.
Right? You guys got to use the toilets like the rest of the country. Damn it.
Can you write your name in the snow?
I have.
Your entire name?
It gets sloppy towards the end.
Yeah.
But
Gabe, you would have a better chance at writing. I mean, your
Gets
name
a
is...
lot more pixelated.
It depends if I'm going for Gabe or Gabriel.
Oh, right.
Right.
Good call.
Yeah.
And if it's in cursive,
Right, gotta be
I don't know.
careful with
Cursive is easier. Otherwise, you got to pinch it,
oh god.
and that gets tough, especially in the snow. You don't want to have to do that.
I mean,
Where you can just dot the I at the end.
Right.
So just so you know, that is not something that most women can do.
No, thankfully. Or not. I don't know.
I don't know. I think it would be fun.
Well, it hurts if you do it too long. You can't just. It's not like guys can do it as they please. It's
You have to really work up to it.
you gotta build your strength.
For peeing in the snow?
And
No, for stopping.
Oh,
Well,
yeah. Okay, I thought we were just... Okay.
yeah, it's in the diaphragm.
It's like we can pee in the snow naturally.
Yeah. Well, so when you actually, I don't need to know details about how you write your name. I don't. I think we can move on.
It's been a while, so yeah.
So next week, feel free to tell us all your peeing in the snow stories. We'd love to hear them. Speaking of snow, I was playing in the snow this weekend. X Games were in Aspen for something like the 14th year.
So did you go? Obviously, you just said
I did.
something along those lines.
I did. If you guys have never been to an X Games, it's pretty fun. It's chaotic. I will tell you that if you're over the age of 18, you are by far the oldest person there. And that includes the majority of the athletes as well.
Really? So it's like a high school party?
It's like a high school party.
It's like a spring break in winter.
It is. It's a winter break. It's very fun. I think what I thought was most interesting is with recreational cannabis this year, lots of stores have opened up in Aspen and in the Aspen Valley area. So
So for the 7 adults that attended the X Games, they got to go and smoke weed.
They could buy weed legally, yeah.
And then distribute it to all the high school students.
Hopefully not do anything illegal post that.
Oh, I see poop.
Oh, already?
Actually, there's 4 of them. It looks like Morse code.
Like a little train.
I'll fix it in our first ad.
From this perspective, it's line, dot, dot, line. Ugh. So I wonder what he's trying to say. See it? You're right. We got to figure out what letter he just said.
But this year, it felt very Cannabis Cup-like in that there were big parties that were thrown by dispensaries. There was a company that does cannabis and food pairings that gave a dinner. It was Fiora, the women's lube company. They were there giving out samples.
The lube company?
The cannabis lube company.
Oh, they have hemp lube? Cantaloupe.
It comes in like little vials that almost look like perfume samples of the.
Everybody knows what lubes comes in. We're good. We're young. We used to get them all the time. We know the little packets. We're good.
I'm sorry that you guys
But
need
little
lube.
packets are worthless. Huh?
Well, how much lube do you need? Well, you don't, it's
Well,
for
if
women.
you're
It's
gonna
not
jerk
for.
off for
It's
an
for
hour
women.
or
This
two,
is a women's stimulation kind of thing.
They used to give them to us at Planned Parenthood, so.
Little girl lube things.
No, like just lube. Like it would
Yeah,
come-
this is like an oil, like a cannabis oil that's supposed to enhance a woman's experience. So it's a girly lube. It's not like a whacking off
Would
lotion.
she fail a drug test?
I don't know. I mean, that's a good question. That's one of the things that I'm going to do. I'm gonna take a test and find out if I would test positive or not
For what?
for THC, for all the
Okay,
bomb that I
sorry,
use, my
I just-
topicals.
I thought
For
like
the- for
10
the-
thoughts ahead, and I wasn't sure what we were still talking about anymore, so-
Methamphetamines, things I would never put in my body. Can I
Right.
name them all?
Sure.
Tobacco.
Sure.
Tobacco.
Yes.
Anyway, so the X Games, which are a really fun event, brought out just some really interesting parties, and because Aspen's such a comfortable environment, it was pretty interesting. And I'd like to say a big thank you to the Mayton part of Edson Mayton and Matt's, Lauren Mayton and her husband Jay, and their 2 beautiful children, and the Edsons. We all hung out all weekend. It was wonderful. It was great. Even took their oldest son on a run yesterday, and we went skiing on Saturday, and it was great. And Aspen is a perfect place for the X Games, but it was wackadoo. I will tell you for
And
sure.
you ran every day in Aspen?
Yeah,
So
I
you're
was.
still
Okay.
doing good.
I have a
Yep.
question
Good
about
job.
that. I was told, I have an inside ear, said that you're doing a run every day for a year.
Every day
at
for
least
a year.
a mile.
At least a mile every day for a year.
It's crazy.
Yeah, and it's funny. What I will say is that because I only have to run a mile, I've run a lot of only miles. You know, and
Knowing
normally
you could do 2 or 3.
well, you know, normally I could do 5 or 10. But there's something about running every day. Now, granted, I wouldn't have run every single day, but I have been running fewer miles. They're just...
What's the recovery like? I mean, I won't say recovery, but...
No, that was probably pretty good because the body needs time to recover from something like that.
I mean, like, I don't quite know how to frame this question properly, but, like, per mile, like, say you ran 10 miles, how many days...
Hooray.
What happened?
It finally, it was stuck for the longest time. It would only lean back
You
so
gotta
far.
pull that thing on the side.
It finally...
Are you okay?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I'm a little startled.
You can
Yeah, me
lean
too.
back now.
Golly.
I may have peed a little bit. Okay, so how...
I was gonna ask,
So if
like-
I run 10 miles, like, how bad do I feel the next day?
I mean, like, how many days, like, say, because if you run a marathon, obviously it's going to be, like, 2 or 3 days. I'm asking, like, a pitcher. If you ran through 100 pitches, it's going to take you 5 days. You did 75 pitches, maybe 2 or 3 days. Like, per mile, how many...
So-
is there, like, a system that you use?
I mean, not necessarily that I use. I will tell you, though, that if I run...
I just saw it happen.
Yeah, that's funny.
It's a long delay, but that was funny.
I mean, it kind of depends on the course. If I'm running a flat 10 miles, I'm fine the next day. If I'm running a mountainy 10 miles, then I'm hurting. I do a run, half marathon in the end of June every year, where you start essentially at the Eisenhower Tunnel, and you run all the way to Georgetown.
Holy crap.
And you do a lot of this. You go down about 2,000 feet overall, but it's really hilly. I hurt.
You're coming back east.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
you're
okay.
running down,
Yeah.
down into Georgetown, and I hurt. I mean, going those downhill hurts, and so it probably takes me 5 days to feel good after that.
And
I mean, hurt like
And it's a half a marathon, so that's 13 and a half miles, correct?
13.1.
13.1.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So, and people who are in much better shape than I do, their recovery is much better. I tell you, though, that I can feel like this thing that's in my chest. These miles have hurt my chest. Like I'm wheezing because I just
They're like
can't.
cigarette miles?
They're like cigarette miles. It must be. I mean, I don't understand why people smoke cigarettes if this is how you feel.
Getting sick? Or that
I
you've kind
I
of
never
been
get
nursing
sick.
A
I never get
1 month
sick.
Cough?
I have been coughing for a month.
You,
So
you
that
should,
could have something to do with it.
It does. It
you should
absolutely
run with haws in your mouth and make them like Newport miles. You're doing Marlboro miles right now.
does. Wouldn't that be great?
Amazing.
That would be lovely. But yeah, so definitely there was a fun twist, a fun combination of athletics and cannabis this weekend at the X Games. But definitely go. It's a whole bunch of crazy. We our friend Jay Mayton took the kids up so that they were standing right at the corner of the bottom of the half pipe. So when the athletes were waiting for their scores, the camera was facing where the kids were standing. I mean, we were so close that when they would stop at the end, they would blow snow in the kids' faces. I mean, it was super cool. Do you realize how tall that half pipe is?
Big.
2 stories.
Holy shit.
2 stories, and then they will the skiers and the snowboarders will go an additional 15 to 20 feet on top of that, so an additional 2 stories. So they're 4 stories off the
after
ground.
they
above the side of the half pipe. I mean, it is.
Is it still on TV?
It ended last night.
Did it?
It ended yesterday. Yep.
It was entertaining.
So fun.
I love it every year.
I do too. I find myself not understanding but being obsessed with watching the snowmobile stuff when they do these flips.
Oh,
What are they doing?
insane.
What the hell are they doing?
They're flipping.
These big, I mean, you know how much those sleds weigh.
It can't be easy.
Oh,
can't
with
be-
the motorized
Like
things,
1,400
like the
pounds.
The snowmobiles, yeah.
snowmobiles.
Yeah.
That's a bit excessive.
It's crazy.
Well, a dude died last year, remember?
yeah.
And his brother still competes.
Yeah, there were lots of crazy. They brought back the hill climb, so they race uphill on this S kind of course, and they kept using the word carnage. There was lots of carnage every time that they would go through this one turn. They would all kind of fall over each other because this thing weighs so much that it's hard to maneuver it around sharp corners. It's crazy.
They just run each other up.
Did you
Yeah.
guys go to the Snoop Dogg Wiz Khalifa concert?
That was
Did you get
Wiz
to
was
see
last-
shit like that?
yeah. Oh yeah.
Is that
So I wonder if this is-
triple core
That was
1420
a Red Bull.
backside?
There's a Red Bull guy doing 2 backflips on a
It was so crazy.
snowmobile, and he landed, but he crashed.
Oh, it's so crazy.
But he landed it, sort of. I mean,
Oh yeah.
like he didn't fly off in the middle of the air. Is kind of, I guess, what I'm getting at.
Thank
but,
goodness.
you know.
Yeah, it's so
Is it-
amazing that they do this
see,
stuff.
1, 2.
They got the snowmobile,
Splat.
and they got the skiing, they got the snowboarding. All right.
He
It's
gets up,
good
he
stuff.
high fives people, and he's all right.
Off he goes.
You know, I mean, doesn't mean he's not like, oh, I got a crushed disc. Oh shit, brains are not working.
Right.
But
The
you know, you
year
don't have to.
I remember at the bottom of the half pipe in the super jump, it's just like an icy hill.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So there's just a bunch of drunk high schoolers. And
Right.
You're just slipping over each other on this frozen hill. I love the X Games. I just wish Aspen, they have so much money. They could just put a little platform there.
Right.
or
Make it
some
warmer.
shit.
Well, and it's
You
cold,
wouldn't
isn't it?
Eat shit.
And you're
By
standing in
day
the snow.
3, it's a sheet of ice.
Right. And there's nothing you can do about it. There's nothing you can do about it.
With like divots in it, so you like step in a divot and you just slip out automatically.
Warren slid and went to grab Gavin and thought better of it. And yeah, he bit it for a minute. Yeah, it was rough. Well, let's take a quick break and we'll come. I'm going to clean up some dog poop and we'll be right back.
Yeah.
The law offices of Edson, Maiden, and Matz provide criminal defense, medical marijuana defense, and advice about setting up and running medical marijuana centers, optional premises cultivation operations, and infused product manufacturing businesses throughout Colorado. With offices in Denver and Aspen, we can offer assistance throughout the entire state of Colorado. Give us a call at 303-831-8188. That's 303-831-8188. Or visit us online at warrenedson.com.
Are you a medical marijuana patient or interested in finding out how to become one? Contact Mile High Wellness, where your care is our concern. Conveniently located on Hamden and Tamarack in the Whole Foods parking lot behind Proof of the Pudding. Mile High Wellness offers a wide variety of edibles, hashes, and some of Colorado's top strains. Mile High Wellness, where your care is our concern. 3525 South Tamarack, Suite 110, on the corner of Hamden and Tamarack. 720-382-8516. Mile High Wellness, where your care is our concern.
Are you a runner? Are you a runner who supports marijuana legalization? Run on Grass is a group of athletes actively seeking to change our marijuana laws. We speak the truth about cannabis, bringing the message through our feet to new ears. Check out runongrass.com to find out more about us, our events, and how to join up or how to sponsor a runner. If you're in the Denver area, please join us for runs or start a group in your area. Running not your thing? Any sport can do it. On grass. Runongrass.com.
We're back. Well, I am. So I'm flipping through some news stories here, and I see this
I'm here with you, dog.
with, you know, I'm not alone, but I meant that Georgia wasn't here.
Oh, sorry.
Miss Columbia crowned Miss Universe with Miss USA as runner-up. So I just wanted to bring that up because all those people that like the person that won and the runner-up, they're all from the Earth. And so I'm just confused as to why it's Miss Universe. Like, kind of pompous bullshit is that? I mean, there's no aliens in there. I mean, the whole universe, and it's only people from Earth. Fuck, that's just stupid. So I just had to throw that out there.
I mean, I feel you. I don't think that there's fair representation for the rest of the universe on this contest.
Right. I mean, at least if they had somebody from the moon or, you know.
I mean, actually, you know that we do this too as Americans. We kind of do it. We're American football. We're kind of like the only country that plays it, and then we go, we're the world champions, and then
Yeah,
the rest of the
world
world, then the rest of the world goes like, duh, right? Like you guys, you know why? It's because nobody wants to play that with you.
Right, like the world champions of baseball are the Boston Red Sox, and it's like, okay, so it's
So they beat all the Japanese teams.
Right,
So you're saying
and
they beat all the.
they beat everybody from England and Scotland and Africa and even the team down in Antarctica that may or may not actually exist.
The Eskimo team.
I'm
I
just
mean,
saying.
even a team from Mexico, you know, there isn't. I mean, there's teams
No, they-
from Canada, sure.
No, they have leagues. They have like leagues. Like Cuba has a league.
Well, yeah, but I'm
Dominican
just saying,
Republic
but
has a league.
like the
What's
the
that
Toronto
TV
Blue
show where
Jays
he's a pitcher in
don't play
Mexico?
like the Juarez
I don't know.
Bandits or something.
I mean, I just think that the word when we say, I mean, as a world, we say the universe, yeah, like we run that. But as Americans, we say we're the world champions in sports that we kind of that we created. And then
it's called the World Series. And only teams from North America play. And only North America. Like the United States and part of Canada.
Yeah.
Like none of Mexico or anything of that. So.
But then we don't even play.
But then the Little Leaguers go against the rest of the world.
The Little Leaguers.
The Little League World Series. And it's like, really? Wow. Yeah. So you guys are playing
cool.
Hong Kong?
I mean, I feel that they have more representation around the world to say that that's the World Series. You know what I'm saying? Where I think we do it here in America with less representation.
I think we just know our roid-taking baseball players would be better than their non-roid-taking baseball players.
Go figure, huh?
But that's a little, that's why soccer's
pompous, but that's how Americans are.
Oh, totally. So much so that
I
the only
did get
sport
into
that
the
we
World
get
Cup
involved in.
last year.
Right. So that one's justifiable because teams from all over the country play. But we're such pompous dickheads here in the United States that we call it soccer, where it's called football in the rest of the world. But that's just humor. Depends
just
on,
labels.
Right? But still, it's funny.
So
I brought up the
Miss
Miss
Universe.
Columbia was crowned at the 63rd annual Miss Universe pageant.
Yeah,
And
she
we were-
was hot. I saw her on this morning.
But what we were trying to figure out is why they call it the Miss Universe pageant, as only women from Earth have competed. So shouldn't it be Miss World? Because, or at least maybe go out on a limb and go maybe Miss Solar System. But
There's not enough representation to say that this is a Miss Universe
Right.
competition when there's only representation from one of the billions of possible planets in the universe.
Well, I think that's because they don't choose to participate, not because they're being discriminated against. My guess is
I don't think that they got the email and the
Who
registration.
emailed Mars?
You know,
I
if
mean,
they-
I didn't.
if
I
they-
did not.
If they had registered in time, quite possibly they had the intergalactic speed to send their registration and application fee in on time, they could possibly participate.
To be honest, I think that our definition of beauty and what it takes to be Miss Universe, I'm thinking that a lot of potential candidates from outside of planet Earth would not meet our criteria.
But a lot might. I mean,
Yeah,
if
something
you've seen
with
Star
7
Trek-
tentacles might not be that attractive to us.
That's right.
But have you seen Star Trek? I mean,
Yep.
some of those green aliens look pretty human. They're just green.
And they look great.
Of course, they don't ever
I'm
drop
not
their
gonna-
pants. It could be like Cthulhu down there. And you're
And
like,
Guardians
matter.
of the Galaxy, there's those pink.
what does it
Yeah.
matter? Because if
They're,
there's
they're not going to drop their pants in the Miss Universe contest.
no, I'm sorry. I guess I was taking it too far.
Are you talking about Bushy Bush?
No, I was
okay.
just talking about like monster.
Monster Vajayjay?
Right. Maybe that's how it works in other places of the universe. I
Well,
mean,
now
we
I'm
don't know.
curious. Are you curious for now?
I mean, I'm not gonna judge nobody I've never seen, so I can't really be like, yeah, they're like this. I don't know. I think
I think it's interesting.
We just have to keep that as an open possibility to the infinite amount of possible possibilities that this universe may hold.
that they're backwards, like they breathe in carbon dioxide and blow out oxygen,
Oh, that'd be cool.
That's certainly likely.
but they do it out of the top of them instead of the
Treat
bottom of
people.
them.
certainly possible.
That'd be kind of interesting, I have to say.
It would be. Not
Well-
in any hurry to meet anybody like that, though.
Did any of you watch the Miss Universe pageant?
No.
Was it on TV?
It was.
Yeah, I probably didn't get to see that. Yeah.
You probably did. Because you've been out since Thursday.
Well, that and I don't have my TV's not connected to anything. Like my TV's there, and it doesn't really serve a purpose.
Do you Netflix on it?
My computer, I can plug
Yeah.
my computer into it.
Yeah.
And my Xbox.
Yeah, that's all you need.
I mean, that's
That's about life right there.
it.
I haven't watched those in forever, but I'm always entertained with the question and answer period.
All these Kelly Bundys asking these sophisticated, like that's like it's crazy. It's like you get Alex Trebek asking Kelly Bundy a question, and yeah, they crumble.
Right.
And it is comical.
Well, I feel like they have these catchphrases in their head that they want to use in whatever question that they're being asked, and so those phrases don't always match the question, and it's got to be really intimidating unless you're used to talking a lot and being asked questions in a public forum like
I'm
that.
almost certain that these chicks are used to talking a lot.
Do you think so?
No. Sarcasm.
Yeah, it was. I never watch those things, but it can be interesting. Can I show you something?
Sure.
This month's Culture magazine, an NFL survivor, Nate Jackson, on the cover. Let me see. Mm-hmm. My wish for this whole healthy lifestyle, cannabis and athletes thing is starting to really come about. It's an article entitled Exercise Evolution, Getting in Shape with a Cannabis-Infused Life. And an article written by Jake Brown. And he's interviewed two very interesting people, one of which was a pro athlete, and the other is not.
I'm guessing that one's the pro athlete, though. Because I've been around lots of those, and I see what they deal with.
Well.
But yeah, I get you. So let's talk about the second one.
This one's me.
No shit.
It is me.
Well, you're a total athlete.
Well, not a professional athlete. I would love to pretend like I was like that's not a picture of me. That's not me.
That's not you.
Now on the if you go to culturemagazine.com to the electronic version, that is me on this article. But not that. That's not. That wasn't even me when I was 20. You know how much work it takes to get those things? It takes a lot of work.
I got them after I got divorced, but it took a lot of anger that kept me going for 7 strong months. I mean, strong, intense months of working out. And then I met another girl. I started smoking cigarettes again. I stopped working out.
Oh, see, cigarettes will get you every single time.
I might have some of those.
Cigarettes?
No.
Or these? I know you do. You go to the gym all the time.
Yeah, it's kind of my thing.
Yeah.
But
you don't get those from running.
You don't? Well, no, you can't get those from running.
No.
Because everything you get, like sculpting's when you got to lift.
That's right.
Or you got to do heavy stuff.
Well, I think this is interesting because the first person that's interviewed is a guy who owns a gym, and he is starting a line of edibles that are healthy edibles. And I mean, for him, they're really healthy. They're raw. They're vegan. I mean,
It's not culturemagazine.com. Just wanted to throw that out there.
Oh, what is that?
This is that magazine. It's ireadculture.com.
Sorry, ireadculture.com. And then if you go to, it's called Exercise Evolution.
So I have to look on the front page to see if there's a picture of you.
No, it's not on the front page. And it's interesting because I didn't send this picture in. It's a picture of myself and my kid. Actually, after this run that I was telling you about in the mountains. It's a cute picture. But anyway, so this guy opened Fitz Conditioning to work with former Division I NCAA athletes. Yeah, isn't that cute?
That is cute.
So that's a couple years ago. Sorry, to work with NCAA athletes that aren't focused on burning fat, but keeping their bodies in the best possible shape. Not everyone has experience with cannabis coming in, however. One of my favorite things to do is explaining to people the different benefits of cannabis. It's not just couch lock, he notes. The main plus, focus. Many say that they become more dialed in and can work out longer with THC in their system. With certain people, cannabis use allows them to slow down. Realistically, if I can isolate a muscle, I'm burning more calories and I'm focusing on form. His biggest problem now is that he's only one person. While demand is through the roof for his training and nutrition services, he takes great pride in working with people personally rather than getting as many bodies in as possible. So he's part of his exercise regime is using cannabis. Cool, right?
That is cool.
And then my little piece is just about run on grass, but not just about run on grass. I mean, it's pretty great, but
I don't know. I kind of think you should read it before we take a break. I mean,
it's kind of long.
Oh, this one right here has only got a short.
Well, that's probably what this is.
Yeah, that doesn't look too bad.
Okay, you want me to read it?
Yeah.
The Marijuana Mom. Unless you're a crazy, super fast runner, you have to do something to pass the time, says Georgia Edson, 44, about running marathons. So I decided one of the things I try to do is open up conversations about marijuana legalization. As the founder of Run on Grass, she's sparking discussions across the state with a T-shirt and a pair of running shoes. If I'm wearing a Run on Grass shirt, it's unlikely I'll go through all of those miles without someone saying something. And since its inception in 2011, that certainly has been the case as Edson has found runners open to the concept, especially the newly legal cannabis market has made more of a conversation piece than ever. It went from no one talking about marijuana to everyone talking about it, whether they use it or not. As the owner of iCannabis Radio, yay! Talking comes naturally to Edson, who tries to dispel myths about cannabis and its users. The running community is very open to cannabis use. It's that very type A personality, logical, right-brained type of person. What she originally envisioned as runners arm in arm celebrating cannabis has evolved into people from other sports have become interested. It's become a forum for people to go do whatever they do on grass and have a conversation with people. If that's what you're doing, then high five, you're a member of the club. With more fitness enthusiasts jumping aboard the cannabis train, it's an incredibly large club. That was it.
Yeah, see, but that's pretty cool. I drink out of my
Run on Grass
mug every day.
I'm glad.
So
that makes me happy.
Yeah.
Shall we take a break?
We shall.
All right, we'll talk about pot when we come back.
Yes. Good idea.
Are you a medical marijuana patient or interested in finding out how to become one? Contact Mile High Wellness, where your care is our concern. Conveniently located on Hamden and Tamarack in the Whole Foods parking lot behind Proof of the Pudding. Mile High Wellness offers a wide variety of edibles, hashes, and some of Colorado's top strains. Mile High Wellness, where your care is our concern. 3525 South Tamarack, Suite 110, on the corner of Hamden and Tamarack. 720-382-8516. Mile High Wellness, where your care is our concern.
Are you a runner? Are you a runner who supports marijuana legalization? Run on Grass is a group of athletes actively seeking to change our marijuana laws. We speak the truth about cannabis, bringing the message through our feet to new ears. Check out runongrass.com to find out more about us, our events, and how to join up or how to sponsor a runner. If you're in the Denver area, please join us for runs or start a group in your area. Running not your thing? Any sport can do it. On grass. Runongrass.com.
The Law Office of Edson, Mayton, and Matz provides criminal defense, family law, medical marijuana defense, and advice about setting up and running a medical marijuana center, optional premises cultivation operation, and infused product manufacturing businesses throughout the state of Colorado. We're focused on providing high-quality service and customer satisfaction. We will do everything we can to meet your expectations. WarrenEdson.com. Edson, Mayton, and Matz in Denver, 303-831-8188, and in Aspen, 970-948-7183. WarrenEdson.com.
We're back, and we're back.
And we're back.
So what are your natural cough remedies? None of this taking codeine stuff.
Oh, I don't take any of that.
You don't be
shit.
sipping that lane.
Usually just hot.
Can you imagine me on a whole bunch of codeine?
It'd be weird.
Out of a baby bottle, call it Purple Sprite or that Sprite remix? Yes, I could actually.
Hot. I like hot tea with lots of honey.
You want to know something? You want to know what I do when my throat hurts for real? I brush my teeth. Like if I wake up and my throat hurts, I mean I break up and brush my teeth anyway. But if my throat hurts,
well, this might sound crazy. It's not natural at all. What I did when my first day in Hawaii, I told you about that